Yes, people. By the way, don't worry. Jules will be here. Ches is also joining. Ty is probably sleeping because I don't know why, but he enjoyed the Super Bowl. But yes, it's my birthday, so please send me some birthday wishes because I want to be cheeky like that. You might as well just say I'm 30 years old, but give me some birthday likes so everyone pulls what you're doing. Smash the like button. Even if you're watching this back, this is also meant for you. And big up for all the people that have already said it as well in the chat. So big up yourself. More life to you. We're going to be doing the weekend roundup. Obviously, Chelsea, we'll talk a little bit about that as well towards the end. Obviously, they're playing Palace away. You know, every top six side have won so far. Typically, doesn't happen with everyone. But yeah, we're going to be talking obviously on the Arsenal game first, with the West Ham, the spanking, the hammering, however you want to look at it, annihilation. You know, someone saw Joe Biden's picture on Twitter today. That was basically Arsenal yesterday. Demon time. But yeah, Man United also beating Villa. Surprise. I can't believe I'm actually sitting there saying we won the game. Sometimes I wonder how the hell we won that game. Man City clawing their way, hopefully, to the top in their eyes. And then obviously Liverpool remaining top with a decent win over Burnley. And then obviously along the lines, other little results. But we'll do that anyways. But how's everyone doing? What's going on, Martin?
Happy birthday. Happy 40th.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
No, I'm good. Good weekend. Everyone won. Could have done with someone dropping points, but
and that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping it was going to be maybe.
We're here.
I know Daps hasn't made me my birthday breakfast. I wouldn't even trust him. Probably poisoned me, mate. But yeah, I had to make my own tea. Imagine that.
That's crazy. Yeah. No, listen, can't complain again. 3 points. All we can do is win to stay where we are until we play Manchester City at the Etihad. That's obviously going to be the time where, you know, you're going to have to get really serious.
In Anfield.
Yeah, sorry, Anfield, sorry. So yeah, it's going to be...
It is at the Etihad.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. This is early morning. But yeah, and obviously, guys, happy birthday. Happy 42nd birthday. Obviously, you know, I know
it's going up.
It means more life, more work, more success. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be working with you. And yeah, man, good win yesterday as well. So big up yourself. Big up yourself. Your Man United win. And Ten Hag stays a little bit longer. So big up yourself, man.
I know, man. Don't drop points, Monts. What are you saying, Lewis? You're one of your rivals held all the smoke, you know, and the other one reduced it. What are you saying with Arsenal, anyways? Arsenal. I'm going to start off with their Arsenal West Ham game. Total annihilation. Must be jealous at this point, right?
Yeah. Winning an away game convincingly. Must be nice. We don't really have a lot of that over here. They dominated them. The setup from West Ham was doomed to begin with. I think they played a right back at left wing or something ridiculous. Like it was just ultra defensive for the sake of it, and it didn't lead to anything. You have to at least try and step out on the front foot against Arsenal. They didn't do it. And as soon as the first two goals went in, because like we'll say the penalty also played a factor. Heads went down and they just never recovered. Fair play to Arsenal, at least. Kept their foot on their neck, kept dominating them, absolutely battered them, and up their goal difference. I think them winning 6-0 meant they went above Man City in the table on goal difference.
I'll double check that for you. And they're actually their joint goal difference. Liverpool have
it's joint goal difference. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, Arsenal have got the best on record, got the best defense in the league at this moment of time. But when it comes to the attack, Man City got their best by 1 goal. But the GD overall is actually Liverpool who's got the best. It's crazy. Everyone's sharing something.
No, they've done well to get themselves back up off the basis of just 1 game. So can only give credit. Sadly, West Ham didn't do the job, but had to expect after 20 minutes.
Martin, man, these boys are chasing you. They're sitting obviously, joint points, you know, but you got a game in hand. You know, this title race is heating up, man. And you know what? Also, I said this yesterday. We recorded something, and we were saying it might actually suit Arsenal to be the chasers behind you lot instead of being the guys actually being on the top, because I think it might alleviate a little bit of pressure. But yesterday they literally played without pressure. If you did watch the game, like, come on, man, like we had. I don't know if you watched our stream last night, but Lawless was trying to say that they had what did he say? What did he say? Months he had a couple chances.
He said they. I don't know. He said the word dangerous in it. For me, it was moments. I think dangerous is a stretch in it, but
yeah.
It's one of them ones.
But yeah, Martin, man, they done well yesterday. They even, they're looking like the Arsenal of last year at this moment of time, and it's not even the only game. It's been the last few games, including against them boys.
No, they've done well. Wasn't expecting 6. But then as I was watching, Calvin Phillips came on at half time, so I was like, yeah, I knew what was happening from that point on. No.
Lawless actually said that he was actually impressed with Calvin Phillips because he actually came on with a fight.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, West Ham had a couple batterings this season.
I'm not going to be cruel.
Not like that.
So I won't say
a lot. 5-0 to Fulham, didn't they?
Who did? What was the score against Fulham?
5-0. There was a 4-1 against Villa. There was, I think, a 5-1 against Liverpool. If I'm correct.
That was in the cup. I think they've lost 4-2 against Villa. And
so in all competitions, they've had a couple batterings.
Yeah, man. But yeah, they've been. I can't lie. Look, I've been full of praise. If you saw my last video, obviously, like actual pre-recorded, obviously, I was praising the hell out of them. But Mons, man, the guy Bukayo that we get onto.
Yeah,
we have gone onto. Yeah,
bro, I'll give him credit, man. I'm not even gonna. I can't use this game to slander him. He was really good. I feel like there's still gears for him to go up in. I don't feel like he was anywhere near the best player on the pitch. I feel like Odegaard and Rice were phenomenal. Trossard was phenomenal. I think, but no one on that team performed below like an 8.5. Everyone was literally like on it from I'd say after the first goal went in, especially. I think Arsenal a little bit flat before that, but even so, like 6-0 this time is easy.
They didn't really need to get our gear. I don't think they needed to get our gear 2 or 3, man.
No, they were bro. They football was
after
on
about 30 minutes,
bro. Look, first 30 minutes they weren't out of gear 1, gear 2. They turned it on after that goal, and West Ham got decimated, bare-backed, smoked, put in a spliff. Whatever analogy you want to use, nasty or not, naughty or nice, it happened to West Ham. They had their way with them, and it was so peak. I also I hate the narrative that West Ham was shit. Yeah, they were shit, but again, Arsenal made them play shit. When I'll speak from experience, when Arsenal suffocate you like that, it's very difficult to kind of get back on top. And I feel like that momentum is what's carrying Arsenal to play as good as they are. And that's the Arsenal we saw last season. Simple as that. But the only cheeky thing I'll say is that when we beat West Ham 5-1, Arsenal fans came on here and told me to.
Well, when you say Arsenal fans, you mean Guna Lee?
Yeah, Guna Lee, George, the chat as well.
Oh, really?
Chat as well.
What they said?
But you beat them 5-1. Like, so what? Like,
why? It's West Ham.
Yeah, that's what we get as well. If we beat anyone 5-0, you're expected to.
Yeah, but you know the difference with that in Liverpool as well, which doesn't happen for Arsenal. Yeah, when Man City get a scrappy win, it's like, yeah, that's what champions do, and But when it comes to,
it's not.
No, wait.
No. That's what. No, when Rice scored the last minute header, that was a mark of champions against Luton. That was a mark of champions. So
no. Hear me out. Yeah, when Man City win a game, and they don't dominate as in with goals, and it's quite a scrappy game, and then obviously Haaland, whoever it is, the Mr. Inevitable, we say that's a great win for them. It's about getting a result. But when it comes to Arsenal and sometimes Liverpool, not all the time, it's like, oh yeah, you won, but it's not a great performance. Like, you're not going to win the league by playing like that. I'm just saying.
No, bro. When Arsenal kept doing it, man, we're like, yeah, this is happening a few too many times.
Yeah, but when they come against, I'm gonna have to rule this back. When they beat Forest, they got nothing but slander still. You scraped it over the line, this, that, and the other, even though they part the damn mountain. Like, do you get what I mean? And it's a scrappy win. You nearly bottled it at the end. and all this kind of stuff. I'm thinking, right, like that 2-1 win was massive. We all talk about how great Forest are away. It was only Tyrone bigging up Forest the day before, and then obviously Forest couldn't even sniff their Arsenal's goal other than that one goal that they scored.
Because you know what it is with Arsenal, and I've noticed about the fans, they're either the best team in the world, like Barcelona, Real Madrid, prime, or they're utter shit.
Mm-hmm.
There is no in between with Arsenal. And that's what baffles me. And by the way, you said that. All I've heard all weekend is, oh, this isn't the City of last season. City is scraping over the line.
I ain't actually heard that yet. But
I ain't heard this all weekend.
What do you mean this ain't the same City? Yeah? Like, look what you just done last match to Brentford. Like, they were parking the bus against it was a great
all I've heard, honestly, is that City are in a worse position, but weaker with this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but surely now with Arsenal, though, for anyone, surely you must be able to take Arsenal seriously now. You know, it sounds like last season, though, Lewis, as well, right? Where it's, if they get this result, then I'll start taking them serious. No, wait. I'll wait till they go and play this team away from home, and then I'll go and take them seriously. Should Liverpool? I know a lot of people don't want to take Arsenal serious due to the fans, but should it in this table? Should even after the last few performances, they're pretty much the best in the league, right? Can we all agree that in performance wise?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we not be taking Arsenal a little bit seriously?
But I've taken Arsenal serious from even before they played us. Even when they were 5 points off the top, how can you not take them serious then? That's crazy talk. Of course, you have to take them seriously. The fact that people were saying then Arsenal have regressed, they've dropped off, and they were still in and around the top. That alone is why you start to take them seriously. You'd be naive not to take them seriously. To put them as a title winner, that's a different conversation. I think that one's almost down to opinion. And if you want to put it down to evidence, then you're probably not going to opt for Arsenal just because of the evidence. But for me, they've got a few players missing, and they're still very much firmly in the title race. I said performance-wise, they've been the most convincing out of Man City and Liverpool, but you don't get extra points for being convincing. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. However, you do use it as momentum to move into your next games. Use it as momentum to keep driving you forward. Liverpool and City didn't have their best performances, still won.
I like those comments because Mello, big up yourself here, all the way in South Africa, right? You said you was going to score 4 goals at the Emirates once. You weren't taking them serious.
That's in a head-to-head. I said for a title race. I've also said in the title race.
I don't think that's taking someone serious. You're going to batter them by 4 goals at the Emirates, mate.
This is the beauty plus sadness of us not being in the title race. You don't have to look at that.
If we're going to be objective, though, you can say in a head-to-head, you're better than someone. I still believe in a head-to-head, we were better than Arsenal. That's why, especially in the form we were in. But in terms of a title race, in terms of a winning run, Arsenal can still put on like a run of games where they can win 4 or 5 games in a row, maybe 6 or 7. That's going to put them in a title race, easy, especially from where they are.
Yeah. Big up Ches, by the way, in the building. The guys smash the likes as well. Shameless plug. It's my birthday, so definitely smash the likes for my birthday. Just be nice for once, please. It's only 100 likes. There's 400 of you in here, and everyone's also. If you want to be extra nice, everyone's channel's in the description below. So if you exit the chats that you keep, doing keyboard warrior with, then you might be able to see the like button. But big up everyone that has done so. Yeah, Ches, what you saying, man? Arsenal 6-0, Declan Rice special just for West Ham. I think they should have demanded an extra 50 million for this boy, because you know what? I can't think of another player at this moment of time that's cost 100 million that's come to the league, right? Or that's already in the league. That's probably worth their price at this moment of time. He hasn't won anything yet, obviously. So, but in terms of performances so far, I would say that's money well spent. Do you not?
Yeah, man, you can't argue with that. Like he's come into the team, yeah, and they were well machined before, and now he's made it even better. Like his distribution's class. He can break up the play. He's strong. He doesn't really lose the ball. He makes the right decisions. Like he has a good record in terms of goals conceded against him. He doesn't really make much mistakes. So you can't really argue with the money. Like if you're talking about a team investing 100 million and getting it right, they got it right so far. But at the end of the day, the praise only goes so far until you win something. That's how I see it. So like if he wins the Premier League, then that is a massive signing. And everyone here will take their hats off and go, you know what? We didn't really believe in Arsenal, and Rice took them there, and we have to be objective and say, fair enough.
He's
But-
even getting them GA as well, Ches, man. Like goals.
Oh, the
He's
goal,
getting
the
yeah,
goal.
I didn't even know this man could even whip in a corner. Like, I'm being dead serious. He's a DM.
I'll be honest,
Hey,
I wouldn't use that as an example because I was really poor defending. You man watched that goal. That was crap defending.
He's done it. He's already done it a couple
Oh.
times this season, though. Like, as in he scored from corners before. I mean,
Yeah, 100%. He does in terms of set pieces. He's got it on him. Like whip it, and he got a cross the other day. And that goal we scored yesterday was class. That was a great finish. I can't lie. Like to whip it round like that first time. We've seen him do that before for West Ham, but that was cold. But yeah, man. In terms of signings, I'm still keeping Caicedo. For anybody says that, I'm shameless. I'm keeping him. But come on, Lewis. But yeah, man. Like he's a decent player. But obviously, like Monty's saying, I keep things real. Win and then come talk to me. All I care about is winning. You can play well. All this to me means F all if you don't win nothing. That's just my opinion. People can say, yeah, but they have a good team moving forward. That is true. But it was also true. They haven't won nothing. So the praise will go up by me and by other rival fans if we actually deliver when it matters the most, i.e. Champions League, i.e. crunch time in the Premier League. Because guess what? Unfortunately for Mons and the City fans, they're actually up there competing. We thought they would kind of fall off, but they haven't. So fair play to them. Do I think they're going to keep it up? Depends. And we'll see, man. That's it. Good performance. That's it. We move.
By the special guest, we got Douglas Luiz on the panel. Obviously, he couldn't do the job against Man United yesterday. So big up Douglas Luiz for showing up. Yeah, man. But what are you saying, Jules, man? You're the rival of this club. You know, you're gonna have to praise them today. You know, that's a big score. Arsenal, the big scoreline. You can't hate on it.
I'm not hating, but I mean, we spoke yesterday and pretty much predicted that they'd steamroll West Ham. We knew how poor West Ham were. We both said that West Ham probably performance-wise, poorest team in the league. One of them, if not, they'd be in the relegation zone. No surprise, of course. 6-0's great. It's a great scoreline. Everyone had their shooting boots on. Clearly, Declan Rice, great performance, but like it is a team that they should be beating and. Props to them, innit? Mons knows all about putting 4 or 5 past this West Ham team, and as we know, they're not a great team.
You're downplaying this, man. Typical.
No, Cass, you do this thing as where you want someone to hype up something like
it's rivals. No, it's I want rivals.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Why should I hype up a win that I predicted, that I knew was going to play out like this? Why am I going to hype up?
The issue is. Everyone on this panel predicted West Ham to get smoked. You're only saying that because it was 6-0. If it was 3-0 or 2-0 with the same performance, we're not sitting here going, "Oh, it was crazy."
One's going to predict exactly that, Ches. No one's going to predict a team to lose 5 or 6-0.
6-0 in the 4-0 in the first half.
Especially a team like West Ham, who let's be honest, like they're good enough to not be losing them scorelines. But like, yeah, look, props to Arsenal. You want us to clap out? They all clap their hands. Like they've done a good win.
They haven't won a game in 2 months, you know, Cass. West Ham.
I don't give a shit. They just won.
When do we play West Ham?
I'm really upset, you know, Cass. You know the last time we won.
Hey, Lewis, don't worry. We'll give them a win.
You know
when do we play them? When do we play them?
You know what it is, yeah? Because if it was Tottenham,
we don't play them until May. We're good.
If it was Tottenham or if it was Liverpool or whoever it may be, even my own team, the way we'd be gassing it up regardless.
No, we did. We did. We done that.
No, Liverpool tried.
No. But Cass, you do remember when Mont won 5, he wasn't allowed to come in and celebrate. It was West Ham.
So we're doing celebration.
Same way as if an Arsenal fan comes in, they can talk about their win.
No, I just feel like if it was your own teams, you'd be talking about how gas it is, like Ange and which you have done this season. If it was Chelsea, they'll be over the moon, more than over the moon.
But we don't win a lot of games with this.
It's relevant to the teams.
It don't matter. It doesn't. For me, it doesn't matter. The fact we actually could smoke them, but it's the fact they took advantage of that and absolutely annihilated them at their own gaff, with their fans still singing, blowing bubbles and whatnot. They got gunned down, they got hammered, they got annihilated, and yet you can come on in and say, "No, we predicted this." Even if you did predict it,
but you're saying,
"No, I'm not having that."
Wait, 1 second, hold on. It's the way they smashed them. It's the way they smashed them as well. They scored all sorts of type of goals, long shots, corners, in front of goal, bamboozle the keeper, like. Come on, man. They even played 5 at the back. We talk about...
Because I don't like, though. When Chelsea win a game, against Villa, everyone was telling me, it was more Aston Villa being bad than Chelsea being good.
No,
when Arsenal scored 6 goals...
No. Stop doing that.
Arsenal now.
You're doing that victim.
At least.
No, you're doing victim because you've been trying to do this thing, yeah, where you say, "Oh, you've only been backing Rasmus Højlund on chat, by the way, in the group chat for the last few weeks when I've been backing them all season." Yeah, the same guy. You know what? Actually, how about this?
No, I'm calling.
Wait.
We'll talk about that later on.
Go watch my video on Chelsea. Go watch my video on Chelsea, Aston Villa, and tell me that that everyone downplayed that how Chelsea played good.
I never said you did. I never said you did.
No,
I'm talking in general.
You're being a victim. Stop doing that, man. You're not that guy.
No. Don't. Firstly, let me respond then. Let me respond.
No, it's all right.
You want to talk? No, let me respond, innit?
All right,
I'm saying to
I was
you,
trying to finish personally.
That's a different conversation for another day, innit? Rasmus Højlund. We'll talk about that later on. But in terms of the Chelsea thing, I never said you said that. You were objective. But I'm saying fans in general were telling me, like, just came on and said, "Oh, we don't prioritize the FA Cup. We prioritize the Premier League." And then he loses the Premier League.
That's just being salty, though.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, let me say, not you, but people in say, well, like, Chelsea weren't that good. But Arsenal win 6-0. West Ham were crap. They were crap. Are we not going to acknowledge that? Are we just going to say Arsenal were decent, but let's not act like West Ham were good? They were terrible.
It's not the point. But it's not the point. Does anyone on this panel try and see what I'm trying to cover? Months, you got my back, man. Come on, you can see it. You're not hating.
We get your point, Cass. But what you're not, you should have put on it, Cass. We get your point, but and that's the case of you should have an Arsenal fan here to do their own prop. We're Tottenham and Chelsea fans. We're their biggest rivals. We're not going to sit here and go,
that Arsenal fan,
great performance and start talking about how good they were.
The Arsenal fan that was meant to be on is team lost. His team lost. Look. He's drowning in his sorrows because of AFCON. He's crying right now. The one look, there's no other Arsenal fan to come on in the morning. To be fair, at this moment of time, that we can all, I think, that can vibe with us. He's drowning in his sorrows. He's only just gone to sleep about an hour ago. Let him rest. If I have to do the bigging up the Arsenal while no one else can,
I get it.
I'll do it.
Arsenal were excellent yesterday, 100%. But the way you're talking is as though like. The league's over and might as well give Arsenal the title now.
No, you can't. You know what? I'll do the same for Man City, and I've done the same for Liverpool. Go watch my videos.
Who's the most informed team in the Premier League right now?
No, it's Man City.
On paper.
Well, how about this then? Maybe
United are in better form than Arsenal.
Are we?
Yeah.
No, same. It's the same, I think.
I think it's the same.
Honestly, Arsenal fourth in the form table.
No. In the form table, Man United have won 3 of their last 5 and drawn 1, and then Arsenal have won 4 out of 4 and lost 1. So Arsenal a couple points ahead of Man United. They're on the same form table.
As in the last 6, United have got 13 points. Arsenal got 12.
In the last 6.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can manipulate the stats which way you want to look at it, though.
Yeah, it depends on many.
I'm not doing the stat. I'm just saying, listen, Arsenal were absolutely fantastic yesterday. Absolutely fantastic. But, and listen, at the moment, it's a 3-horse race, but it's still February.
Yeah, it's true. It is still February, but you can still be.
If Arsenal's still there in April, 100%, I will give them all the respect and.
Do you lag out?
The Arsenal FBI got him.
Yeah, that's the people that they got his IP. They got his IP address. His IP address. Yeah.
Robbie Lau grabbed his IP so quick.
Go on, you just lagged a sec, Martin. Go on.
Was it me? Yeah, no, sure. Listen, Arsenal were fantastic, absolutely. But I'm not molding off on the can we win the title until about April. That's
I'll play you because you played them straight after the international break.
Yeah, but we've got we all play each other basically coming up. We've got Arsenal and Liverpool
and Tottenham away.
And I think Arsenal have us just.
Hey, look at him smiling now. Look at him smiling.
You know what? I don't even believe. One thing I will say is that. Let's not revert this 6-0 Arsenal win to how their fans are being. You guys already know we can talk about every single player and their performance on that pitch and then say, well, even though this has happened, I do feel like we need to see a little bit more going forward for us to really think they're going to win the league. And that last point is going to set them off, even though we've just credited every single player for about half an hour. So, again, they can sit there in the comments and say, "Oh my God, you know, we've won 6-0. How are you guys slandering our team? They'll ignore the credit that's given anyway, even if we say anything that's not remotely
credit.
So I listen. I've given them their credit. I said that was decimation. I've given them their credit. I think they're the best team in terms of performances right now. They're the most convincing, but being the most convincing in performance-wise, again, it just doesn't get you extra points. So we'll see what happens going forward. But for now, Arsenal right now are absolutely flying, and I don't think there's anything else we can say about their team right now. That there's no negatives, right? There's no negatives you can say about Arsenal at the moment. None.
You know it is. You know it is with that. You know. By the way, I believe that's it. Last night, apparently Arsenal created the most chances out of all teams as well.
Bruno Fernandes creates the most chances.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's just a statistic in it, obviously. But I just want to throw it out there. But
that Bruno,
the same. By the way, the same months that when it was coming to performance wise, the most convinced with Liverpool just before in December and before. You know, all Arsenal fans are asking for is just a little bit of respect, not the backhand type respect, just some respect.
But they're not cast. Unless we sit here and go, they will win the title. Nothing will be happening.
My agenda for them to push for the title will continue. Do you not worry about that? And I'll say that nice.
You don't want a 4-peat on your hands.
Yeah, and I don't want Liverpool winning 20th like a league title. Whatever.
So of course you're going to want Arsenal.
Yeah, of course I want Arsenal to win it. I don't want them to. I'd rather Tottenham win the league. I'd rather Chelsea win the league if they're around. Like, you know what I mean? But you know, or my own team. How about some self-awareness? But yeah, look, Arsenal, amazing win. Obviously, don't need to keep dwelling over it. I think everyone can hold their heads high. Whether you want to go slander Havertz or whoever, it's up to you.
Zero GNA, we move up the Chelsea.
Doesn't matter. Odegaard is pretty much back to his best, I think, as well. The way he was playing, and you know, it was a great win.
Had a couple assists, you know, hasn't got none all season, but we'll get something to get in a win against West Ham. But just don't get overboard.
Brennan Johnson had a couple goals, but what's it called, anyways?
No one rates Brennan Johnson anyway, though. So that's the
you know what? You know what, George, you got me on that one. That's very true. That's very true.
He's meaty.
Moving on, anyways. Man United won against Villa. I think George, you might have predicted. No, Monts predicted this one, but George
predicted you to win. I said Villa will come back last minute, which was close.
Yeah, you nearly scored a brace. Nearly, you know. But yeah, look, Man United nearly scored as well. Like it was a good game, and I didn't expect it. I think that's Man United's first win against a so-called top 9. You know, they want to move the narrative all the time, even though we beat Wolves when they were top 9 at the time. Yeah, Man United, decent performance, or would you say lucky?
Man United performance. That's what I call it. You man stink it out. You just get wins somehow. Here's the thing, Man United, yeah. You man are very bad, but you're good at the same time, innit? Like you're
saying you're so good at being stinky.
What you'll do is, yeah, you'll just sit back, concede hella chances. You just bank on them to miss the chances, and then you'll just get one chance to score it, and then you get the 3 points. It's just individual brilliance FC. There's not actually much like tactics going on or anything crazy to analyze. It's just like you man won the game. That's literally it.
I do have to disagree a little. I do think
No,
I can't lie. I think the tactics of like the past couple games, you can see there's a bit more identity. Of course, I don't feel like Ten Hag's still implemented his style on a team, but you can still see that there's a bit more understanding between the team, and that's probably why they've started to pick up in these games. They weren't amazing yesterday. You guys played okay. Like Ches said, a lot of these performances are very similar, whereas you don't need to be that good, and you're still beating teams. Probably similar yesterday. That's exactly what happened. Villa, they could have walked away with more points, but they didn't. You guys got the job done, and Højlund got another goal. 5-5 for him. He's been looking better. He's been finally putting him in the back of the net, because to be honest, performance-wise, he hasn't been too dissimilar all season. It's just not had enough chances at the start of the season. Whether he's going to reach Cass's prediction of 15 Premier League goals this season, highly doubt.
No, I didn't say he was going to make it. I said someone asked me, "What's a respectable
15?"
No. So I said, someone asked me, "What's a respectable GA when you come in the league?" And you just like, I said for him, I want at least 12 Premier League goals, about 15 GA in total. That's
we'll double check the wording on that. I remember
it was because I can't remember who.
How many assists he on?
How many goals he's got?
2. He's got
5 goals. 5 goals.
5 goals.
You know what, Jess? I love this year because you know that striker.
Like he's got
5 goals.
Imagine this. Scott McTominay.
Hey, he's on track for that, you know.
Scott
He's on
McTominay's
track.
got more goals than
Lewis,
all of his men, by the way. Premier League as well, and GA. You know, all of
Wait,
these
Scott
men
McTominay's
individually.
now outscored all of us.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, how many
Individually.
league goals is he on
He only
now?
got 6. He ain't got that many.
Yeah, he's got 8. He's got
No,
8.
no, Palmer should.
Tom
Palmer
has
should
6
have
Premier
more.
League goals. Don't
Palmer's
do
got
that.
10. Palmer's got 10.
Yeah, Palmer should still have
Premier
more.
League goals. He's got 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Palmer
Palmer's got
should still
10,
have
bro.
more.
He does not have 10
Maybe
Premier League goals.
Jackson.
I
Maybe
think Palmer has
Jackson.
10, G. He's got 5 open play, 5 penalties.
Oh, for real? I thought it was in the league. All right, if that's the case, then I might.
That's his line. McTominay's got 7 goals.
Nearly.
It was 7.
No, I'm pretty sure he's got 8. I'm pretty sure I saw it yesterday. He's got 8.
7.
Google's telling me 7 right now.
He's got 7. He's got 7.
6 yesterday. I thought
Either way, it's the same as Jackson, your boy. Yeah, don't guess it up.
Okay, so we
And
got
he's
Palmer.
coming off the bench.
All right, cool.
Palmer's still better.
Also, you're
Yeah,
telling me
Jackson had a month off AFCON tax.
Facts.
They're all good.
I'm gonna get this up. One pause, by the way. But yeah, look, Man United yesterday. I thought to say that they weren't tactically decent. I think he's been setting up differently. Ten Hag in the away games. I think it's evident against Wolves. The 4-4-2 or the 4-1-4-1, and then break when you need to, but then try pick your moments. I think that's a bit of tactics, and I think that's if you look at it towards last season, whether it was against Anfield or even at the Etihad, they used to set up with this 4-4-2, but he used to have the wingers quite high and wide, which was stupid, like a 4-2-4, and that's what actually got us battered all the time. But I wouldn't say that it wasn't high and flying, because after we scored that goal, like we was getting sliced open like butter, bro. Like honestly, like if anyone saw that game, you watched the game, Mons watched the game, and whatnot. Like you can see on that right hand side, the low didn't know who to mark. Garnacho didn't know who to mark. That it was quite genius from Unai Emery, in my opinion, just to move Ramsey into the pocket, and tuck him in more into the midfield. So then it causes overloads, and then obviously you have to be in your best behavior when it comes to defending. So I think Man United won because of desire and a bit of luck, if I'm going to be totally honest. And that's not me saying that we didn't deserve it, because I thought we defended really well. But I think Onana as well. Where's his credit? He's been getting bantered all season.
That's what I was going to say. For me, I don't feel like you guys even defended well. I think like Onana, actually, that's the Onana you spent your money on. That's the keeper that we saw in the Champions League final. You know what I'm saying? Everyone seems to forget just before the goal, he actually makes the save point blank save. He makes the 1-on-1 save. He saves the McGinn shot as well. He had a very good performance. He was commanding. There was no part of his game where people looked today and gone, oh yeah, I don't know about that. And that's kind of how we looked at him most of the season. So if he continues like that, then props to him. But I still think Villa battered you lot. I watched a lot of the game back. Because remember I said Villa were good, but United also weren't bad. I think United were decent on transition. Villa battered you, man. Still, I watched it again. But
yeah, no, I agree with that.
Moments, but United were more decisive in your moments. And what you're giving Ten Hag credit for is what Oli was castrated for, unfortunately. That's just where you man are at the moment. That's just where you man are.
I'm saying,
not really. No. You need to look at Oli. Yeah, even with defensive stuff, you need to look at the way he structured everything. It's not the same.
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong, Cass. Neither of what both managers did is the level of Manchester United in it. That's not.
I agree with that one.
So I understand that neither of them are good enough, but we can't deny that Oli caught heat for what Ten Hag is now getting credit for doing, because the bar for Ten Hag has been drastically lowered. I'm not
agree with that.
That's what it is.
I think it's to do with expectation.
Yeah, they've lowered the expectation because of how bad he's doing. But because I look at Martial, Lingard, Rashford, and Lukaku in transition, and I now look at Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund, and Fernandes in transition. I know which one was better in it. I know which one.
I hear it. But
them man 4 years ago were better in it in transition. But that's because at least it's negative, but he set them up that way. Listen, bro, but sometimes that wins you games. Villa was shocking in the final third.
He messed up when he took off Leon Bailey. By the way,
Bailey was good.
that was
Bailey was good. It was cold, bro. He was moving nuts.
Bailey's better than Diaby.
The thing with United, they are getting the results. You're getting the results, not so much before. I look at United still, and I still look at them as a team in the individuals. Like Garnacho yesterday, he was trying to be a one-man show at some points.
When he went left wing,
Yeah,
I agree. I asked Daps how much I was screaming at the TV when he decided to shoot and not put McTominay in. I was
so lazy.
I was
you know what it is,
fuming.
it sounds awful. This you one bad result from going back the other way again.
I said that.
It's really weird how it looks because at the moment they're on form, but one bad result could undo all of that all back again.
Yeah, no, yeah, true.
Word
to choose this podcast back again. Go check that out. But yeah, look, I thought there was another part. Like before we move into the other games, we've got to talk about Liverpool. We got to talk about Man City as a collective as well, and Chelsea. I know even Tottenham to a touch. Actually, no, but Tottenham. But sorry, George.
Bro,
but yeah,
no. Let's get something straight. We're 6 points clear. There's no bun Tottenham. We're only bunning Man United split until you guys get.
At one point, you was 10 points clear. At one point, you was 10 points here. Don't let your assholes fall out. Anyways, the whole point is, as well. I thought there was one thing that changed the whole game for me, and I don't know if anyone recognized when Luke Shaw came off for Lindelof. That changed the whole plan. There was no more overlaps for Rashford. And then Rashford was isolated, but I thought he still done well against Matty Cash and also John McGinn, who's trying to double up on him. Rashford had an okay game, but there's one man I need to big up because I've been slandering him more, if anything, and I didn't rate him whatsoever. It's Diogo Dalot, man. For me, that him or Varane for me, not Maguire. I thought Maguire got the man of the match due to English bias, right? But when it came to actually box defending and everything, passing, spraying the ball left foot, right foot. And Dalot with that cross and just him in general, the way he's just when he was getting double, I thought one of them should have been man of the match, in my opinion. But they didn't. I thought Dalot was probably the man of the match for me because he got the match-winning cross, Cobby with the nice feet and whatnot, and then before you know, McTominay header, and then I think right now Dalot's probably Man United's player of the season, in respect, and that doesn't mean the bar's high. It just means Man United's player. I don't know if anyone disagrees.
I can see it just because. I don't really see a lot of people going for that award, to be honest. Dalot's been one of your slightly more
better players, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been all right, man.
Because he's had to play left, but he's had to play both.
Oh, by the way, just a disclaimer.
He's had injuries as well, by the way. I feel like people are.
Yeah, he has.
You guys, this is another back four combination that hasn't played before. The combination back four, it keeps changing. So there isn't like a consistent back four that's gonna improve the defense, even though they defended okay at times, in it. But even so, United still need to be way better.
You know what it is? That's the first time I've seen Dalot put in good crosses. By the way, like consistently. Sure. Like you know what it is? I was listening to the match of the day, and he's like, "Yeah, Dalot's one of the best crosses of the ball in the league." I mean, I was thinking, no, he's got one of the best techniques when it comes to striking the ball and whatnot. But when it comes to crossing, he's usually arse and cheeks. It's just that yesterday he apparently been working on his crossing and everything, and maybe that's the fruits of it, perhaps. But this is what I say to people: I am selling Luke Shaw. This is why. Every time there's some momentum, Luke Shaw gets injured. He's been here for nearly, I think, a decade now, and I'm just getting rid of it, man. I can't deal with injury-prone players. Like honestly, it ruins so much game plan, and we don't have no one to even back up. Even Malacia. Like, I don't know what happened with Shaw. Maybe it was just not fit enough. But if you can't last 90 minutes in a game like that, it's a fitness concern at the end of the day. Whether he's injured or not, I can't be bothered with it anymore. Like, this is why I get rid of certain players that are just not available. So it's just annoying. But yeah, look, guys, smash the like button. 600 of you in here, 216 likes. I know come on, man. Like, there's so many of you in here, right? Every stream, whether it's Lewis or myself or maybe even Martin and Monts, you all can smash the like. You just got to pause the video for 2 seconds when you hear my voice. I don't ask for it many times. I'm only doing it more consistently today because I'm 28. Might as well sound 30. But yeah, man, please smash the like button. It does a lot for the video. And thank you for the support as well over the last couple of years and even recently. So big up yourselves. But yeah, moving on. I thought we'd go to Liverpool. 3-1 once. Didn't really talk about it in depth too much on Sunday. But you got over the line, one of the results, but you were stinky in performance-wise, but you got the goals. And you could say the same maybe even for Man City. I wouldn't say Man City was stinky in terms of possession because they limited them, Everton. But you boys, you got over the line, man. All front three getting on the score sheet. And look, your boy Trent's out, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit more evident that your good players are out is now kind of maybe showing on the pitch a little bit.
Yeah, listen, we're hanging on by a thread in terms of the main boys staying fit and whatnot. Obviously, Alisson was ill. Trent, of course, with the injury. No Salah, but you don't really need any of those players to go and beat Burnley away. Burnley at home. So the game itself.
They look possessed, man. Burnley, they're playing some good stuff.
Yeah, that was the best Burnley we're ever gonna play, and they still lost 3-1.
Yeah, true.
You can see where I'm going there, and listen,
Yeah, true.
I'm not gonna. There's no way you're gonna see me talk up this victory, even if we smashed them 7-0. There's no way I'll talk up beating Burnley at home, because that's what you should be doing. First team or A team or C team or Z team, doesn't matter. What I would say is that there isn't really too much to take away from that performance, apart from the fact that we just have to keep on winning. I feel like that game easily could have been a draw, and Burnley did have their chances, so that did worry me a little bit. I feel like the balance of the team is a bit off at the moment. I do look at the Brentford game as a potential banana skin now, because of I feel like if we play like that against Brentford, Tony's not missing the chances that Fofana missed. He's not missing the chances that Oddbert missed. He's not missing them. Tony's not missing those opportunities.
What game is that, by the way? What kickoff is it? Is it like a 3 o'clock or
12:30 kickoff again?
And to be fair, you've won all of them so far, no?
Yeah, surprisingly. Like we couldn't complain about it, surprisingly. So I don't know. The one positive I'd say is Harvey Elliott.
He changed the game, man.
He was cold when he came on.
Cold. Yeah. He's been doing this all season, by the way. It's like Palace game and all that.
So many reliable ones. Reliable.
Wolves, Luton, as you said, Palace gets the goal as well today. Well, on the weekend, on Saturday, sorry. So that's one thing I can say. Diaz is starting to pick up his performances a little bit.
Brilliant header, by the way. Just putting your body on the line. That's what you want, man. I think that's 100%. A very good goal.
Nunes getting this customary goal. As I said, I feel like it wasn't a great performance from the boys, but what we had was clinical. And it was, again, I can't really talk about this for too long. All I can kind of look at is the bigger picture and say we need to keep winning games until we play Manchester City at Anfield. And even before then, I need to say the cup final as well, really. I think winning that cup final is going to be a big boost if we go and win. It's a big boost for Liverpool to get a trophy under our belt and kick on and try and win other trophies and, get back to that trophy winning mentality. I think what I would say is that Liverpool, we have a lot of they talk about absentees of other teams. I said United have got absentees. Chelsea have had it for a lot of the season. Arsenal have a few absentees in their squad.
City have had absentees too. Two of their main boys.
We're now missing our main boys, and the fact that we're still where we are, and Salah's been injured for as long as he has been. Trent is now in and out. Szoboszlai hasn't played for the longest. He played the Chelsea game and that's it. Virgil's been out for a little bit at times. So for me, I'm happy because of the circumstance, and that's what I really have to say. Really, I'm annoyed at the Trent injury because it's a reoccurring injury. I'm annoyed at the Sobo injury because it's the same injury for both of them, which means you brought them back too early, and now they might not play.
Wait, who did you say who got injured? Robbo.
No, Szoboszlai's injury is the same hamstring, and Trent is the same part in his knee. So
do you think they'll miss the final?
Yeah.
Salah's 50-50. Trent is a doubt for the final. Szoboszlai, because we took him out early, could be fit for the final. But even so, it's the same shit. If you're trying to get them back for the final, you're almost rushing them back, which could also trigger another reoccurring injury. So, and how has Man said we've had our best team all season? Has Man not looked at our injuries?
You said, yeah. I just anyways, but yeah. Does anyone have any other reservations on Liverpool? By the way, do you think this is a performance to be worried about, or do you reckon? Because Martin said something last week. I wonder if he's going to repeat it.
I told you I think they're dodgy as hell at the back. If Liverpool defend like that at Anfield against us, Haaland will have a field day. Or Foden or KDB. Wow. I think they're brilliant going forward. I just think they're very open at the back. The more open at the back this season for me than they have been for a long time. I don't know why.
But it's individual brilliance is saving us. I still think that, because if you look at Virgil van Dijk this season and you look at Alisson's form this season, we've conceded 23 goals. That's less than you.
No, it is. But the trouble is, you look at how many Burnley. You go through the games. The opposition are missing clear chances in most games. Burnley 1-1. I mean, Fofana Burnley could have scored another 2 goals, like you said, quite easily on Saturday, and that's all I'm saying. To me, and I've said it all season. I just think they're a little bit dodgy at the back. They're a little bit soft at the back at the moment.
I think that the go sorry, Chaz, I've already spoken.
Yeah, it's my side is screw mine in terms of the back. But what I'd say is, out of the teams that are fighting for the league, your performances are the one where I'd question the most. Because I know we spoke last week. I don't know what game it was. I forgot now. And Arsenal actually, I think it might have been Arsenal. Arsenal actually performing in a way which is like, it looks more sustainable right now. City are getting back into their gears.
Yeah,
didn't have
turn on the bounce.
Yeah, you have against Everton. It wasn't like these men played great, but at the end of the day, it's Haaland, it's KDB. Liverpool is like, it does look a little bit smash and grab at times. Is that sustainable? It might be, because you might want to leave.
It can't. It depends. It's only been like that for 2 games. I feel like we're in 2024. Liverpool won every single game by Arsenal.
You know, it's the Liverpool as well. They have the ability to go on a 10-winning run in a row as well, typically, and don't even need to perform because their players just get over the line somehow. That's the thing where Liverpool, you can't knock them. Do you get what I mean?
Is Trossard better than Jota? And this is why people, and you see the Arsenal fans, and this is why anyway, bro. Let me not in it.
I think no. He asked. It was a question. Is Trossard better than Jota?
Yeah. Why is it a question? Seek validation, avoid expectation. Because ask them if they're going to win the league and see what they say then.
Well,
see what I'm saying?
It is a crazy question, to be honest. Like, how are you comparing Trossard, who, he's been good, but Jota's been doing his thing for what, 3-4 seasons now? Like, he hasn't always been available, always had injury problems, but whenever he's been around, he's bagged goals. That's not a comparison.
Well, you know who else bagged goals? Haaland, another brace for you, Martin. Well, you could say it's the return of the robot. You know, what do they feed this guy, honestly? Because good goals, very good goals. KDB getting a customary assist as well for the second one. You know, even Everton, they took you all the way to the 70th minute before you scored. They were defending really well, and then before you know it, they capitulated. But you know, I would say I wouldn't say it was City's best performance. I think the lineup was wrong, in my opinion. Foden being on the wing, I was quite confused by that. Nunes behind the striker, very confused by that. I think it all changed when Kyle Walker came on the pitch and he offered that width where Foden didn't need to stay wide. You know, and Pep got it right in the end. But you know, he went so wrong at the same time.
I think it was a little bit of Tuesday in mind as well. If you look at the bench, there were certain players rested for tomorrow. It was a weird one because I think the way we lined up, especially the way Everton lined up, Everton played exactly as they thought they were going to do: flat back 10 and don't move. And that's what they were going to do. It was going to be frustrating, but the only thing I'm not understanding at the moment is the Alvarez, KDB. To me, you cannot play KDB, Foden, and Alvarez all in that same team. And Haaland doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'll say that as well.
It's like he's scared of dropping somebody at the moment because Alvarez he was like a ghost. Because the trouble is, Alvarez is trying to move into the space that Nunes was trying to then go into, and then you had Rodri advancing, and then Foden was trying to come inside to get hold of the ball because he was wasted out on the right wing. And it was playing straight into Everton's hands. And then as soon as KDB came on and Walker was brilliant when he came on. Diaz was outstanding. Diaz is now back to himself, but Diaz looks a lot better when you've got a fit John Stones next to him.
Yeah,
it's no coincidence we had a John Stones and a Diaz together, fit, and we kept a clean sheet. That's not a coincidence. It's just what we do when those two are together. But yeah, you know, and then KDB came on and Haaland was rebooting.
Bob Young, yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I thought Haaland was bobbings in the first half.
You lot were shouting. You lot. That was telling me you chanting basically cheaters at one another.
But it was what I'm liking at the minute is we're sort of playing not within ourselves, but we're not quite at 100%. We're sort of in third to fourth gear at the minute, and there's another gear or two to go up, which we'll probably do March time.
Yeah.
Or when we advance in the Champions League, or if we do, that's when we'll start going up the gears.
Yeah. You know what's more impressive? Your biggest point, you got a clean sheet.
We've got a fully fit squad, by the way, as well, for the first time all season.
Yeah. You know what, as well? I'll give one criticism. There was one that Daps was mentioning is Jeremy Doku, man. Like, he's got all the tools, but his final ball is not being quite there yet. Not there. Like,
he's got his first season, though. Don't you think like that's something we should expect of a player of his caliber who come from the Belgium league?
He came from Rennes.
League One. Sorry, and didn't play at a high level, and he's young still. He's really young, so we shouldn't expect to see it.
Doesn't have the same energy for Højlund, though, but yeah.
Do you know what it was? Do you know what it is with Doku?
Why are you trying to make it about Højlund? No, there's a very big difference. You're
such a hypocrite, man.
No one's a hypocrite. You make it worse. You come here and put the expectation that Højlund was going to be one of the top goal scorers in the Prem by saying
I never said that.
You said he's going to have 12, 15 goals in the Premier League.
How is that one of the top goal scorers?
That makes him one of the top 7 or 8.
And by the way,
wait, Cass, let me finish. You're saying I'm a hypocrite. We're gonna clarify why I'm not a hypocrite. Jeremy Doku coming to the Premier League and has lit the league on fire from what he does dribbling wise from his first or second game. The expectation wasn't that he was going to come in and score loads of goals for City. He was going to come in, provide another option on the wing, and he's going to improve as the years come and become someone that provides more goals. He adds everyone knows what he's good at to City's team at the moment. But his final third ball was always going to be in question. He was never going to have the high goal contribution.
I would say he should get moved on to the right-hand side where he doesn't have to cut in and be a little bit.
Yeah, Pep won't do it. Won't do it. I don't know why. Do you know the trouble is with Doku? Was some of our fan base absolutely talked about him like he was the second coming of Messi when he first.
By the way, according to Jules, no one was hyping him up. But go on, continue, Martin. Your fan.
No, but then I had it every week, and it was always it became a Grealish Doku constantly. And to get it, he's a quick winger, he's fast, he's got some skills, and he's one of them players that gets you off your seat when he gets hold of the ball. So everyone was like, yes, play him. The trouble was he played less than 1,000 minutes for Rennes last season.
Easy.
He's 20 or 21. And the trouble is, I heard Steve said the perfect analogy. He's a speedboat without a driver. He'll go flying down the wing and then doesn't know what to do when he gets to the byline. And then what he was doing on Saturday was doing a Grealish where he was playing the ball back to Aka. So he gets to the byline and just play a 5-yard pass back to Aka or Nunes.
That's the managerial instruction, though, Martin. That, like as you said, like Grealish, that's a managerial instruction because Grealish never used to do it before he comes City. Doku never used to do it before he comes City. That's what Pep wants you guys to do to retain possession. Like he's instructing your wingers that if the crosses are on, keep the ball, let's play it back. And that's obviously why he's not opting for the cross or the shot a lot of the times because he doesn't want to lose the ball. I'm sure Pep will go mad if he loses the ball.
No, but I didn't see Grealish didn't hit the byline and beat his man. Doku's doing that. There's no point in Doku going down the line beating his man and then not doing anything with it. Then it just becomes pointless because he's doing the complete opposite to Grealish. Grealish wasn't taking on his man. He wasn't hitting the line because that was what the thing that wound a lot of fans up the most and why Doku was getting all the praise. But the trouble is, he's 20, 21. He's a young lad.
Yeah.
He's been in England for what? 5, 6 months?
So a lot to learn. That's what happens when you're 21. 20 and raw in the game.
The guy is going to be absolutely amazing. It's like, we agreed that deal with Savio and fans are going, oh, he's going to be amazing. Like, we don't know yet. He's 19. He might not even be here next season, so let's just calm down.
I'd say the Jeremy Doku thing is why people need to give Sterling some actual respect in it. Like, I'm talking about his City phase. During his Manchester City phase, innit? Like, for me, you're looking at the end product and everyone's saying, "Oh, I don't know." You're looking at Grealish going, "Don't know." See what Sterling was doing for Man City. Yeah, man.
Can't compare him to Doku.
But you know what?
No, on the early stages.
All right. Because Sterling played
right.
in the Premier League from when he was 16, or pretty much for QPR. He started off right, and then he moved to the Man City after. How many years did he have in the Premier League already? 5 years.
Who's that?
What, Sterling? He had 3 years for Liverpool.
3 years.
3 years Liverpool, and the season at QPR in the Prem, as well as whatever time he had in the Champions. So he had four Premier League seasons sort of get to that stage before he went to City, and then he blew up and started to get his GA up. Right. Before then, at Liverpool, he's getting the assists, getting the goal here and there, more assists, of course, but he had many seasons to sort of find his way and find his feet in the league before he blew up. He didn't just get to City and was there and moved for him.
I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny though. Like, what's it called? How old Sterling? 29? Is it 29? Right? Yeah. He's if I'm correct, he signed for Liverpool when he was 16.
No.
When
he signed for Liverpool, yeah.
When he signed for Liverpool, he was 16. When he first got that first start, he was about 18, if I'm correct. Once was it?
For me, the difference for me, 17-year-old Sterling, and how old is Doku now?
19.
21.
21-year-old Sterling. That's all I'm saying, George, isn't it? Like that, like.
21-year-old Sterling was more seasoned, is what I'm saying. Though he was an actual more mature player because he had so many years under his belt and Premier League football under his belt by that time.
Doku didn't play for Belgium.
I think the Doku. I just think that even so. My point is that the Doku slander, I think I wouldn't even say slander. I feel like the nitpicking at his game doesn't really matter because what Doku doesn't provide, Grealish provides. So, like, you have different strokes for different folks. You have different options for different games.
Well, the trouble is neither of them at the moment. Josko Gavardio's doing the left wing job.
Yeah, and I think that's for me. It needs to be Ake. I think that Vardio left back thing. I think that's dead. I think it stinks. I don't think he's been bad as a player, but for me, Vardio ain't moved the needle for me. I know he's a centre back. I feel like Ake absolutely has to run that left centre back / left back role.
Spot
100%.
Yeah, left back in my opinion, and left centre back.
I think he's brilliant at both, but either way, I don't know, man. I feel like again with Man City, similar to Liverpool.
It's crazy, months. You got Brentford. You got Brentford. If you messed that up, they got Brentford at home, and if you messed that up, that means they got a game on you, man.
Yeah. I don't. Again, I'm not going to talk about ifs because I don't need to do that at the moment. But
they're gonna
right now, City have gears to go up in it.
What?
Liverpool have gears to go up.
No, surely not.
It's lying.
He's lying.
No. Liverpool have gears to go up, and so does City. And it's just about, I think, who's going to kick into gear first. I think City need to. I think there's a little bit of it. One thing I will say about City, I think there's a little bit of a disconnect between Haaland and the midfield at the moment. It's kind of gone back to how it was when he first signed. Maybe because he's been injured for a while. I think Haaland's got to give him a few more games to kind of click into gear, especially without De Bruyne. The Haaland isolation was a bit mad. And I like Nunes, innit? I think Nunes is kind of that, again, he makes that third run. He makes that extra run beyond the striker, which worked at times. But in the frustrating low blocks, I feel like KDB has to play.
Nunes doesn't work well. So the problem is Nunes doesn't work when you've got
John Stones
and everyone else there with him.
Alvarez form, you worried about Alvarez right now as well? Alvarez looks a bit, now that Haaland's come back, looks a bit.
Alvarez has been phenomenal this season. He was basically asked to do a 10 role when he isn't really a 10 because he was the guy. And then all of us, and every fan sat there and went, soon as Haaland's back, we all know who's going to the bench. And it's like Pep's gone, I'm going to prove you all wrong here.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep Alvarez in because Bernardo suddenly dropped to the bench now.
Well, he got rested, didn't it? He's looking at that Champions League game 100%.
No, he's been on the bench for the last 2 or 3 games, Bernardo, which is mad.
And he was brilliant against Newcastle. He was brilliant against Newcastle.
It's like Foden's been amazing in the middle, and then he's the one who gets drafted out back to the wing again. And you're like, it's mad.
Well, onwards and upwards for Man City at this moment of time. And I was going to just talk on, obviously, the Chelsea game. Obviously, Chelsea versus Palace, Lewis. If you boys don't win this game, all these players out. Look, regardless of that Wolves game, yeah, you went into Villa and you beat them. So you're going into the game with some decent goal scoring form and whatnot. You know, you're expected to beat Palace, but if you don't, you know it's all banter again.
I'm used to it. I'm numb at this point. We had better beat Palace. They're in a bigger mess than we are. They want their owners out. They're sick of their manager. They play terrible football. They've won 3 league games since November the 4th. They've got no Elise, no Eze, no Mark Gay.
Yeah.
Like, if you cannot win this game, like we're scrubbed anyway, but like we're reaching a new level if we can't win this match. Because this is realistically our only winnable game until the international break. After that, we gotta go up to the Etihad. Good luck. Then you got Brentford away, Newcastle at home. God willing, we beat Leeds, and then we can move the Arsenal game. I can't be asked for that before the international break. But yeah, you gotta win this. Otherwise, we're not winning anything. Not for the next month or 2.
I was just gonna round it here, but predictions for tonight, then, boys and girls. In case you're on the chat, Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. I can't lie. I'm gonna say 3-0 Chelsea.
2-0.
Yeah, I've got Chelsea.
I'm going 3-0. Cole Palmer penalty as well.
I don't even care. Just win the game.
We'll take
They've had enough. What do you say, George?
With Chelsea, well, 1 week, well, most weeks they're like crap, and then they pull out the Villa performance, and you're like, wow.
I think they'll do well when teams
Villa
come
didn't
active a
even
little
look
bit.
all that. Though. Part of it
No, it is Martin, yeah.
But if you look at Enzo just went, I'm dominating this.
No, it is. When we have no expectation, we do good. It's when we expected to win, we flop. Like, we know that run we had when we had like City, like all these big teams coming up. We didn't lose a single game. Spurs away. We didn't lose a single game. At that point, Spurs think, well, I'm beating at home or something like that. But when we expected to win, we flop. It's just mentality of the team. That's all it is. That's why Lewis don't really care. Because we're like,
but that's what I mean. I think the Chelsea game coming up Saturday for us isn't going to be as straightforward as everyone thinks it could be.
It will be.
I'm the one
just enjoy your afternoon on Saturday. Get a couple.
Don't gaslight me. You'll beat us. Pause.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah. Love United says, Jules, if Sancho and Douglas Luiz had a child, it would be you. Anyways, this super chat is specifically for you. Make sure you don't bottle top 4 for us. And then Marco says, guys, we gave Mahrez and Jack time at City, so let's do the same for other new players.
Just like I've told people before, I'll tell them again. Top 4's finished. We don't worry about United. We only look forward, man. Simple as.
This guy talking like he wins trophies. Anyways, look, guys, smash the like button on your way out as well. Go check who else is live. Who else is live right now? Just go over there. And also check these guys out, Mancunian Way from Martin and Carefree Lewis, and then you got Chez's channel as well, by the way, Chez Roll Blue, and then obviously got Big Six Bants. If you ain't watched it yet, go watch yesterday's roundup, gas mode in full light. But yeah, man, big up everyone, and we'll be back. Well, I'm gonna do a video later on if anyone wants to see it for Chelsea. I'll give my reaction on that. But if not, we'll be back tomorrow live at 12 p.m. in a bit. Oh, damn.